All right, everybody, welcome to week 6. Now that we have officially started developing all the parts of our essays, it's now time to start writing the essay itself. So with this week, begin things by looking first at paragraph structure. This video here, I kind of go over what needs to be done within each paragraph as I'm grading the the Writing Project 1 essays. A lot of the corrections that I'm making, a lot of the suggestions that I give to you guys are based on the idea of the topic sentence of a paragraph and then following that topic sentence throughout the paragraph until you transition into something new. So there's a lot of things that I talk about here in this paragraph structure video that will kind of help you to move forward in kind of developing your ideas and presenting them to the reader. So after you watch that, take a look at this peer writing review process. That's going to kind of go over again what we've already experienced once, but it just kind of goes over it a little bit more in depth. And then what I'm talking about in this is whenever you submit your rough draft down here, again, we're going to have peer reviews. So this week, your main goal is to just get the rough draft submitted. As long as you're within the minimum amount of pages, you'll be good as far as the grade goes for that. It's really just 100 or a 0 grade. It's either an A or an F, because I'm not so interested in what kind of content you have in there just yet, as long as I know that you're working on it and you're trying to do it. Because the whole idea behind a rough draft is that it is just that. It's rough. So if you have problems and you have issues and you're working through them, I'm not going to take off points for that, because that's what a rough draft is for. The only way that you'll lose points is if you don't meet the minimum page requirement. So that's kind of the big thing. Make sure, if you make sure of nothing else, make sure that your writing project 2, the rough draft, meets the minimum page requirement. And if it doesn't, then that's the only way you're really going to lose points. Otherwise, as long as you meet the minimum number of pages, you will get your full credit for the rough draft. Now, having said that, once you submit your rough draft, start looking already at people who are already on there and who have already submitted their rough draft, so that you can look through their essays and start providing them with feedback, because that's going to be the goal for next week. So here are the peer review questions. If you get started on looking at other people's essay this week, I suggest taking a look at this document, because it gives you ideas of what to look for as far as suggestions go, and things to critically critique, I should say, to critique about your peers' essays. So with that being said, I think that's really all we're doing this week. The big goal here, like I said, is to that's week 5, is to develop your rough draft for Writing Project 2, and of course in that develop your paragraphs well. But other than that, that's really all we're doing. So that will be due, let's see, by October 2nd. I'm recording this video kind of early, but by the time you see it, it'll be the 26th, and so you have the entire week to work on that rough draft and get it in by midnight on the 2nd. If nothing else, have a good week, but do make sure, if you're having trouble, to give me a call or text or an email or something. That way I know what you need and I can help you out. Have a good week.